Hello, and welcome to True 100% Plus, episode 26. Another episode that took me way longer than it should have, but you're probably sick of this story by now. So yeah, I'll cut out all the, oh, I'm sorry about it, to the bull crap, and just, Master Save is hard. I only got hard stuff left, hard and unfun stuff left, and it's hard to make it fun, and it's hard to make it at all. But yeah, whatever. But hello, I'm back. It's another episode, and it's another really long episode, so hopefully you're all a little less mad. And yeah, today, as you can probably, I always say this, I when I record, I haven't made the thumbnail or the title for the video yet, so I always say, as you could probably guess from the thumbnail and the title of the video, and then sometimes you can't guess. But yeah, no, today we're going to do the snapshots in San Fierro. So yeah, I'm going to go, there's lots of random buildings in San Fierro that you have to take pictures of even, and then you get a snapshot, and there's 50 snapshots in San Fierro, and you have to take a picture of all of them, obviously. Which is why I have a lot of camera ammo. So yeah, obviously, kind of the same as the horseshoes from last episode. The difficulty here is mostly from the 4 stars that you're going to have through all of San Fierro. But I get through it. When it's kind of similar to Monster Shoes. I was about to say, Horseshoes, Monster Shoes, that was the episode name. Kind of similar to the horseshoes, I use an Invincible vehicle to help me do it. But more on that later. Right now, I have the good old NRG, which I haven't used as much as I thought I would. I thought I would, constantly just be grabbing this vehicle for anything and everything. But no, I've been good. I've kind of avoided just spamming the same vehicle over and over again. Yeah, there's the NRG, obviously the fastest land vehicle in the game. Has a few spawn points. One of them in San Fierro is in Los Santos is in that car park, which is really useful. And yeah, I decided to go on a bit of a road trip and drive all the way around Red County on my way to San Fierro. But yeah, hi. Obviously, I haven't been here for some time. I haven't uploaded anything, so sorry about that. And I guess while I'm driving, some things to talk about, some things in the community that happened was the whole Open 4 thing that happened, the whole fiasco of Rockstar and Take-Two, and the modding scene. Kind of been resolved now, because I believe Open 4 is back and stuff, but community had to make one hell of a stink to make it stop happening. And I thought some people would be interested in my perspective on it. I'll be kind of brief since all this drama's a bit over. But what I think happened is that Rockstar was like to Take-Two, yo, we can't stop all these hackers with software, yo. Can you just use your legal arm? It's like that they have certain tactics that they can use to stop all this cheating in GTA Online, right? Because they're really desperate to stop it. And they tried to out-program them bit, and they can't do it. So then they just turned to the legal bit and just, yo, threaten all of them legally, and hopefully they'll stop. So the lawyer team was like, yeah, sure, let's just look for super popular GTA 5 mods, because, they think it's called mods, right? That's what the console community calls it. They call cheaters mods. It's really annoying. So yeah, then they just found all these cheat tools and stuff. It's hasn't been reported as heavily as them shutting down Open 4, but they've also shut down loads of cheating tools, right, for online. But obviously, whether it'll work or not, it's different. But anyway, long story short, the reason they took Open 4 down was because they were trying to stop cheating, and the legal team can't tell the difference between single-player mods and regular mods, right? So they just found the popular ones and shut it down. That's what happened. Anyway, that was a long story short. Here we are, finally. So yeah, I got maximum bike skill just before I did this jump. Unfortunately, I kind of fuck up this jump. And I don't make it. And in typical true 100% plus style, if I mess up something really easy at the start of the segment and keep going, probably will complete the rest of the segment. So, yeah, unfortunately I messed that up. But thankfully there's a boat there, and I just I just drive the boat around to the land and get back to where I was supposed to be and keep going. Yeah, what I was planning to do was do that super cool jump, land, and then immediately start taking some pictures, but yeah, I fucked up. But yeah, snapshots. So as you can see, I have 4 stars again, obviously, and now I've got to run around and take the snapshots. Now, before, when I was rating every collectible, it gave me something interesting to talk about in the in the voiceover. Well, this time I've decided to mix it up a bit, and what I decided to do was try to fix Rockstar's shitty snapshot system. So, for those of you who have done the snapshots in this game, you're probably well aware that they don't work very well. Like, there's this little floating pink icon that you have to take a picture of, right? And if you don't take a picture of that icon, you don't get the rewarded for the snapshot. So, the thing that the icon is next to that you're supposed to take a picture of, you can take a really nice, zoomed out, perfectly framed picture of it, right? And it won't count. And then all you have to do is like zoom into this little tiny pink icon and take a picture of that, and then that rewards it with you, right? For anyone who hasn't done it, if you've watched my speed run of all snapshots, you'll see what I'm talking about, because I just zoom into random walls, press left click, and get rewarded with the snapshot. It's really stupid. So what I tried to do was I decided to try and not do it the intended way per se. I decided to do it the way the developers intended but didn't successfully do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice picture first, and then I'm going to take the actual picture, which I mess up here, but you can see like how shitty this is. So, nice picture, doesn't count. Shitty picture, perfect. There you go. So there's 2 snapshots. This is obviously where I was supposed to land with the NRG, but I missed. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do all the snapshots. I'm going to take a nice picture, and I'm going to take a shitty picture. And as always, with all the pictures I take in this playthrough, all of the pictures will be available on the Google Drive in the episode folder. They're not named in the right order. I think these ones start at like Gallery 22 and stuff, because how I was like restarting all the time. But yeah, you should be able to figure out based on like time of date they were taken and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, like, some of these things that you have to take pictures of are so weird. Like, why did I just have to take a picture of those free, like, gas canister things? I can't remember. They're not water tanks, they're like fuel tanks, right? Why did I have to take a picture of those? Like, the bridge I can kind of understand, but that control tower, that makes sense, is fairly unique and stuff. Like, obviously, I don't know how much, like, tourism, you know, what's it called in real life? Well, San Francisco. I don't know how much tourism San Francisco has in real life, but they're obviously trying to ape the whole, like, tourist take pictures of things, right? And it's also because San Fierro in this game is a really nicely made city, but you don't see half of it. Here's one that actually works, by the way. That was a nice picture, and it counted. But yeah, they're obviously, like, the reason it's in, like, you know, like, Los Santos had the tags, because it's all about gang war and stuff. Los Venturas had the horseshoes, because it's all about gambling and luck and stuff, and superstition. And this has snapshots, because it's supposed to be, you know, about pretty buildings and whatnot. And there you go, see, I'm, like, taking pretty pictures of that place, and then there's just a snapshot in the air, like, what the fuck, who placed these snapshot icons? So yeah, I don't know if it's like a tourism thing they're trying to ape here, like replicate, or if it's you know, hey, we made San Fierro look really nice, but half of it is useless. At least look at it, please. So they put these collectibles here, and they're right. Like a lot of San Fierro, like the whole left-hand side or west side of San Fierro, and this little south bit I'm in right now. None of it's ever used for anything. The only thing there is like a snapshot, and that's it. And it's really unfortunate, because it's like the nicest part of the city. And like, yeah, just the whole like geography of the whole place is just really nice. So I'm glad that they force you to go around taking pictures of things. See, I'm like trying to make a nice picture here. But yeah, I can't stop for long to take a frame a picture perfectly because the police are always after me. Yeah, it's nice. I like this mechanic. It'd be nicer if it worked better, but oh well, you know. I don't know exactly how the snapshots are programmed, but it obviously just checks to see if the pink thing is in the frame or whatever, like zoomed in enough. It's kind of unfortunate. I imagine if they made it so you didn't have to zoom in too much, then you just accidentally take pictures of everything from everywhere, right? So, but here you can see I'm like, just find the pink icon and take a picture of it. It's so dumb. Oh yeah, this door was locked. That's rare. How often do you see that? But yeah, so I just drive around taking all the snapshots. Kind of similar to the speedrun route I used to do, although I don't remember that route, and that route was like just pointing at walls and things, and here I'm trying to, like, you know, do it a bit more intended than that. And I'm also not speedrunning, obviously. But yeah, I did actually like make a little route up. Like with the horseshoes, I got a map of all the snapshots. That's a nice picture. And then this isn't. I got like a map of all the snapshots and drew lines between them and tried to make a route and stuff. And a few of the snapshots I do some cool things for, but I'll talk more about the cool things I tried to do that didn't work later. But yeah, so if I just stop talking quickly, I'll put the picture of the map on the screen so you can have a look. Yeah, I won't leave it on the screen for too long, but yeah, if you want to look at it properly, just pause. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that was the little route I made. You should be able to decipher all the arrows and stuff I did. But yeah, so this is just... Oh yeah, here was a problem I had, is that flat objects like tennis courts and baseball courts, really difficult to get a good photo of from like ground level. And I didn't want to, like, you know, have to get in a plane and jump out and take a photo. That wouldn't even work. I don't know. It'd be impossible to take photos. I didn't want to climb buildings to take photos of things, right? So yeah, unfortunately the flat objects are pretty terrible photos. But yeah, just going around taking photos of things. It's not too much else to talk about, you know. I don't die, obviously, and I try to take photos of things. This one was interesting because I had to like climb this wall to get a good angle over the tennis court. But then when I'm on top of the wall, they're like shooting me, because obviously I went into this safe space, right? So I had to like line that up as quickly as possible, then walk off and take the actual photo it wants me to take. But yeah, just taking pictures. Not too much else to talk about. Kind of talked really fast at the start there and kind of blew my load on everything to talk about. It was kind of silly. But yeah, oh yeah, the blue markers on the map, they're like the armor locations that I marked down. So there's one, like, obviously one there that I just picked up. And in other attempts of when I did this, I would be lower health, so I would also use that burger shot. But thankfully I'm like almost full health here, so I'll just keep going. Oh yeah, okay, here's something to talk about. So this was the bit in the route where I arbitrarily decided that that's probably enough and I should swap out whatever vehicle I'm using and go get the all-proof Ramiro that I have stored. So if you remember back in episode... God, why did I lead myself into that? Like I was gonna go know the episode number. Back in the episode where I do girlfriend stuff, I get Katie's car, all proof. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this car is invincible, you know the drill. And I'm honking to make sure I don't get busted, which is like one of the few weaknesses. So yeah, just like last episode, the only things that can really stop me are me flipping the car over and me getting busted, so I try really hard to avoid that. Unfortunately, unlike the monster truck, this car is... I mean, it's not as easy to flip over, but when it does, you're not flipping it back. So you need to be really careful to not flip over this car. And here's a nice picture of a crane with a city in the background. Look at that, that's nice. And then I failed to actually take the proper photo. There it is. But yeah, this car is really difficult to flip back over, so I'm like avoiding all these hills and stuff that are around this construction site, being pretty careful. Like, look at that super wide angle I took there, just to avoid it. Yeah, so the majority of the recordings I lost were to flipping the damn car over. I mean, here's a train station. That's nice. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna... Oh yeah, I get stuck on this wall here. I'm like, how do I get back over? And then it's like, oh... I almost run around the wall and then I climb it like an idiot. Oh dear. But yeah, so this is the car I use for the rest of the time. It's still not, you know, just like last episode, it's still not easy because I'm invincible for the most part in the car, but CJ is still not invincible. Also, why does that keep happening to me? Why do I keep finding helicopters under the ground all the time? I don't know why. It's happened in like 4 episodes now, I think. But yeah, it's still not easy because the car can get pushed away from me, and I can get busted, and I can get killed, and I can get ran over when I get out and stuff like that. And again, just like the monster, just like the horseshoes, I need to get out of the car to take pictures. Right, so here I decided that, you know, I'm probably going to stand here for a little bit while I try to line this shot up, so... And it's like, I didn't want to get the car to get pushed in the water when I park it, or me to get killed or anything, so... I decide to use the invincibility of the car to my advantage and just shoot these guys while inside the car. And they blow up, but obviously the car's invincible, so it doesn't make any difference. I would have done this in the monster truck, but the monster truck's so high up that you can't shoot anything. So, it only works in like shorter cars like this one. Anyway, there's this warehouse thing, and then the snapshot is just above it for some reason. Like, yeah, this is the episode where I complain about snapshot placement. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know how they intended for you to take these photos, but... I mean, sometimes it's just, like, none of them would be any good. Yeah, so now I just keep going, following my route. I actually make a mistake on the route. As you could probably already tell if you studied the map properly, I've already missed one snapshot and gone past it. Somehow I drew that map out on the route. I drew that route out on the map even. And every single time I recorded this segment, I missed that snapshot every time, and I have no idea how I did it. So, yeah, but don't worry, I'll get it later, obviously. Alright, so here's this. I'm trying to get a good photo of it. Unfortunately, that truck kind of blocks me, or van, or whatever. But yeah, I'm getting torn to shreds by the helicopter, so I don't have time to take a better photo, and there's always traffic, so some of these photos I just give up on. I'll probably like recreate all of these photos at a later date without 4 stars, just to have like some really nice photos, like climb buildings and get the best photos I possibly can. Oh yeah, here's Easter Base and Naval Base. Normally when you enter this place you get 5 stars, but that doesn't happen at the start of the game. You just get 4, so I can just go in without, you know, anything bad happening, which is funny. So it doesn't get any worse than 4 stars at the start. Yeah, that's it. I guess we'll just, you know, just drive around taking snapshots. Unlike last episode, I have prepared a few notes of stuff to talk about, so I won't be so, like, I won't be so, impromptu as last episode, or ad-lib, or whatever. So I already talked about Open IV, or Open 4. I already talked about how I missed some of the snapshots. Oh yeah, so I guess I could talk about all the cool stuff that didn't work. So last episode, I think I alluded to what I was going to do this episode. And then a lot of people in the comments were telling me cool ways in which I could do these snapshots. So one of the main recommendations I got that would have been awesome, and I wish it worked, is getting a Grove Street family member to come with you all the way to San Fierro, and then only take selfies with all the snapshots. So get the Grove Street member to take a picture of you with the snapshot in the background and get it to work, right? That would have been amazing, if not impossible. I'm almost kind of glad it didn't work, because having to do that with 4 stars, I'm not sure would have been fun. So thankfully it doesn't work. I tested it. I typed the no police cheat. I flew over here in a flying car with a Grove Street member, and I stood in front of the airplane billboard snapshot. Got him to take a selfie with me, and the icon doesn't show up in the picture, and it doesn't work, unfortunately. I also tried doing a glitch where if you give the homie your camera and then pick up a camera, you can like, you get stuck in the taking a picture state, because the way the game does it is like, you have a camera weapon. When you give it to the homie, it takes the camera weapon away, right? And it doesn't give you the camera weapon back until you cancel the selfie thing. Well, not I guess it's not selfie, the portrait, I guess, thing, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But if you pick up a camera while you're in that state, the game gets really confused, and you can't cancel that state anymore. And you can do some cool glitches with it. Unfortunately, I don't remember how to do those cool glitches, so I don't do that at any point in this episode. But I know there's some cool glitches you can do with it. But yeah, even doing that, making the game think I'm holding and aiming a camera at the snapshots as the homie takes the picture, it also doesn't work. It still doesn't count the snapshot. It's really unfortunate. So that's one cool thing that didn't work, and I'm sad. At the same time, I'm glad it didn't. So like I said, I really would have hated having to do that. And then another thing that I can remember, another cool thing that didn't work, was doing a drop shot. So I was thinking, if I get on top of a building, aim the camera and walk off the top of the building and take a picture as I'm falling, that would have been pretty sweet. But unfortunately, while you can aim and stay in first person with the camera while you're falling, you can't take a picture. He just doesn't left click, so it's really annoying. Okay, look all this effort I'm going through to get the perfect snap. It's like I'm invading this car showroom just so I can get a nice view on this stuff down here. Look, look at that. There you go. I think I take a little bit, but yeah, there you go, I get it. And then move slightly to the right and take a nice picture of Pier 69. There's a better position I could have used for this, but I thought I would do it here as well. There you go. It's a nice picture of Pier 69, and then take the actual picture. So dumb. But yeah, in the context of the story, this is so funny, right? I'm just some guy running around a city that I'm not allowed to be in, just taking the best picture I possibly can of the police chasing me. It's just like, stop arresting me, I'm trying to take a picture. So it's so good. Oh yeah, here the Romero gets stuck a bit. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, it takes me ages to get the car out of this position. Like, look at this. And I have to hold down the horn to make sure I don't get busted. Thank God this car is invincible, right? Otherwise this would have been a nightmare. Oh dear. Yeah, still stuck. But yeah, it's really funny in like the context of the story. Just running around taking pictures of things with police chasing you. Alright, what else? Oh yeah, there's armor over here I pick up. But yeah, so yeah, that was some of the cool things I tried. Unfortunately it doesn't work. There is one cool thing that I tried that did work, however, and that will be towards the end of this episode. I do the final few snapshots using that cool thing, so you've got that to look forward to. It's not, I don't think it's super cool, it's not as cool as the ending as last episode, but I think it's still fairly cool. It looks nice. Alright, oh yeah, and here I always get confused where the submarine is that you have to take a picture of, but it's just down here. Did you guys know there's a submarine in this game? It's weird, like, think about it. There's a submarine in this game. It's so strange. You hardly ever see it. It's a shame you can't, you know, pilot it. Well, there is a submarine you can pilot, but I can't do that yet. Oh, that's some good foreshadowing for like 100 episodes in the future. Yeah, there is a submarine you could use in this game. Ooh. Yeah, that's an interesting thing, but I can't do it yet. So yeah, so the cool things didn't work, unfortunately. I tried looking around for some other cool stuff you could do with these snapshots, but there isn't really anything else I could find, and I didn't have any other suggestions that I could find, so yeah, that's one of the reasons this episode was delayed so much. Was that I didn't want it to just be a me going around taking snapshots as quickly as possible without dying episode. Because then you might as well just watch my speedrun of it, right? So, yeah, I decided to... I tried really hard to find an interesting thing to do. But yeah, none of it worked. The most interesting thing I thought of was, you know, the whole thing I'm doing where I'm taking a nice picture first and then a silly picture. And that was it. That was the best I could do, so yeah. This picture here is one of the nice pictures that I really don't like. So you're supposed to take a picture of this building where the valet is. It's like the hotel, right? But the icon for it is like super high up. It's like on top of, I don't know if you can't see it really, but yeah, it's on top of the antenna thing on top of this building. There it is. So it obviously will just take a picture of the building and not of the front bit. But unfortunately, from up here, it's kind of hard to get a good picture. So I just took two bad pictures basically. Oh yeah, and I skydive off because why not? But yeah, so that's one of the pictures I don't really like that much. It's like not that great a picture. All right, so yeah, now I'm just heading back to the car. Thankfully, I don't get killed by the police very much. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, now we're at the bit where I start like pausing all the time to try to figure out where the next snapshot is. So the first few snapshots all the way up to the submarine is like the bit I kept doing repeatedly when trying to record this. And then when you go into the city, like this bit, this is where it gets really hard and I start to die a lot. But thankfully, that doesn't happen. Also, I had no idea that statue was there, right? Even in my snapshot speedruns, I had no idea what I was taking pictures of. But now I know, it's that there's a statue here. It's really cool. I really didn't know. I learned a lot about San Fierro doing this, a lot about all the buildings. Oh yeah, and here I got, yeah, you can see how frustrated I am. I got really lucky that the car didn't flip over then, because if it did, like I said, I wasn't going to flip it back. So yeah, here I'm just driving away to try and get rid of the police. But yeah, as I was saying, when you're on the outskirts of the city, it's kind of easy to avoid the police for the most part. But once you go into like this downtown bit and stuff, it gets really hard to avoid them. There's so many spawns everywhere and they're just all over the place. So yeah, this is the bit where I would die the most. As you can see, like I just have to get out of my car, take 2 pictures. Like I have to try and line up a nice picture and then take a shit one. If I was just taking the actual snapshot as fast as possible, it'd be a lot easier, but I have to try and line up a nice photo as fast as possible. Or the police are shooting me. And yeah, here's another one, like I'm trying to... It's just police everywhere. And this is one I couldn't... This is like one of the actual snapshot icons that I struggled with. It just doesn't really make any sense where it is. So I have to like drive closer until I can see it in the photo. Oh god, that was close. And yeah, I'm just getting shot at. I'm just like, where the hell is it? It's like, I find it eventually. There you go. So silly. Yeah, we're almost halfway there. We're up to 24 snapshots. This video is like, how long? Let me scrub forwards a bit. It is 1 hour 13 minutes for me. I mean, I might speed some stuff up later, but at the moment it's 1 hour 13. I'll probably try to keep it that length, I guess. Oh yeah, here's a photo. So I'm trying to like jump onto that thing across the road, but it doesn't work. And I don't know why I'm trying to do that anyway. Because I get a perfectly fine photo from where I'm stood. And yeah, there I got really lucky. I almost hit that police car with the rocket. That would have been so bad. I'm trying to use rockets a lot more. It's like a really powerful weapon. You know, I don't care about ammo because I'll just get more. So I probably should use them more often, like for situations like that. There we go, we're halfway there. 25 out of 50. That burger shot one is it's one of those ones where it's like the nice photo actually works, right? Oh yeah, this bit. Yeah, so here I decided to go get some more armor. And I knew there was an armor spawn over here because it says so on the map. But I have absolutely no idea where it is. You'll see in the video that I struggle to find it and I never find it. I have no idea where it is. So I should probably have gone and like explored it and found it. It's probably like on the bottom of the cliff and not up where I thought it was. So I thought it would be like in these gardens, right? So I have a look in these gardens and I'm like, right, let's find the armor. I'm like, where is it? I'm like looking around and I just don't see it. And it's probably down that cliff there, right? Or something stupid like that. But yeah, I just can't find this armor. If you know where this armor is, let me know. And I'll probably kick myself because I'm sure it's like in a really obvious place and I just can't see it. And then another helicopter under the ground. Why does that keep happening? So yeah, in the end I give up looking for the armor spawn, but I settle for the next best thing. Yeah, here we go. Here's my mobile armor spawn. It just rolls up to me. So yeah, as people let me know in the beginning of the series, if you get inside of an enforcer, you get armor. So yeah, I just shoot these guys and take the enforcer. Yeah, there we go. My mobile armor spawn. Woo! There you go. It was a pretty good, nice secluded place as well. No other police are in here. Just take my time, get that armor and stuff. So yeah, that was kind of funny. I'd still, yeah, like I said, I still have no idea where that armor is. It's just whatever. Alright, what else do I want to talk about? God, I'm running out of things to talk about. I should probably slow down. I haven't recorded commentary in a while, so I guess I've kind of forgotten how to do it. Sorry if I talk too fast this episode. I literally just woke up. It is currently 7 o'clock in the morning for me. I just got out of bed. I told people on Twitter that I was going to finish this episode yesterday, and I didn't do it because I had a podcast to do instead. So yeah, I'm decided to do this as early as possible today and just get it out the door. So yeah, this should come out like Thursday morning my time, probably about midday for most of Europe, and as soon as you wake up in America, right? But yeah, again, I'll say this. If you want to know about the status of true 100% episode making, follow me on my fucking Twitter. So many people constantly ask me about, hey Josh, what's happening with the latest episode and stuff, and it's just like, read my Twitter! It's like the only thing I ever tweet about is this fucking YouTube series. So yeah, if you want to know, I know some people don't use Twitter and stuff, but then at the same time, instead of finding me and asking me, why don't you just check my Twitter? Like, you don't have to follow me on Twitter and sign up for an account, right? Just go into your browser window, type in twitter.com/Joshimus, and you will find out. Yeah, I don't mean to get like angry with, you know, all my fans. Josh hates his fans, right? But it's just one of those little annoyances. It's like, you know, you can find out this information for yourself, you know? You don't have to ask me all the time. But yeah, most of the time the answer is I'm planning for the next episode, because the stuff that's coming up in the Master Save is all just really tedious and really boring, so I'm trying to find ways to make it entertaining to watch, but at some point I might just have to release boring episodes, I don't know. Anyway, taking pictures of things. There's the snapshot thing. Oh, the sound died. What the? Oh, that's not good. Oh no, don't tell me the sound desynced. Okay, alright, hang on. I'll be back in a second and I'm going to try and fix this desync. Okay, I'm back. I think I fixed it. It was a bit weird. Something weird happened in the video there. I think it has something to do with the fact that, like, I'm writing to the hard drive whenever I take a snapshot or something. And XSplit is also writing to the hard drive, so I guess it just messed up or something like that. I don't know. But whatever the case, that was easy desync to fix. It was just the sound just like stopped for a little bit and got out of sync. So yeah, hopefully that fixes itself. I haven't had that problem in a long time. I thought I fixed it. Hopefully it fixes itself as well shortly. Yeah, all these videos are split into 15-minute segments. So hopefully the next 15-minute segment isn't broken, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right? But yeah, anyway, it's funny, like, it's like my commentary is like me editing the video, so it's like I'm gonna stop talking and edit the video quick. That's not how it works. Yeah, so there I tried to pick up armor, but I had full armor, which was kind of funny. It was a bit of a silly mistake. And yeah, I'm almost done with this section of the segment. No, I'm not. I was like half an hour away. What am I talking about? Yeah, so like the way I planned this was like I was going to use the all-proof Ramiro for most of it and then switch to some other stuff later. Do I decide to go to the burger shop here? Wow, why the hell do I decide to heal myself? Oh, I know why, right. yeah, so the weather right now, it's really foggy, as you can see. And it's really hard to take snapshots when it's foggy because the draw distance is really short. And when the draw distance is shortened, the snapshot icons don't appear from as far away. So yeah, basically it's just really hard to take snapshots in fog. So I decided to sit in Burger Shot and kill some time. So just taking some nice photos of Burger Shot. And there's this one woman here, not this one, the one on the right, she's eating a burger. She has great difficulty eating this burger. Like, look at that, like, what the hell? Oh, the animation, so good. I guess back in PS2 era, right, with like terrible resolution screens and stuff, you probably can't notice this, but in glorious 1080p, I can see quite clearly that she is shoving that burger into her eye hole. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm just chilling Burger Shot for a bit while I wait for the weather to change. I guess while I'm chilling in Burger Shot for a bit, I can talk about the last note I have written down, and that is ESA. So for those who know me, for not just this series, I am a speedrunner of San Andreas, obviously, and other games. And I like to attend this speedrun event called European Speedrunner Assembly in Sweden every year. And that's coming up. That's less than a month away, actually. So I'm gonna fly out to Sweden, chill out with all my speedrun friends and other friends. It's gonna be a great time. But I just thought I'd let you guys know that there's a big speedrun marathon coming up. There's also SGDQ, which you probably already know about. That starts in like 3 or 4 days from now, so you probably already know about that one. But there's also ESA, which is like the 21st of July, I believe it starts. And I'm going to be there. And while I'm not speedrunning anything this year, because the only thing I submitted was like San Andreas, and I think Omega got San Andreas in, so I'll be commentating that. But yeah, while I'm not speedrunning anything, I am hosting, which means I'll be like, I'll be the guy that does the transitions in between runs and interviews people and stuff like that, right? So I'm one of those guys. So if you're vaguely interested in listening to me talk, which you must be, because why else would you be watching this? I'm going to be doing some talking at this event in Sweden. It's at the end of July, so yeah, got that to look forward to. But yeah, I just want to let you know about it, and obviously I'm pretty excited for it. It's like my one holiday I get a year to go off and play board games with people in Sweden. Sweden's a really nice country for those who haven't been there. It's really nice. I'll always remember the very first year I went, there was like, I had this bit of culture shock, right? Where I went there and I got off the train and stuff. I didn't get off the train, but you had to walk through the train station to get to the hotel. And outside the train station, at the front entrance, there's like all these bike stands, right? With all the bikes up against them. And you're supposed to like lock your bike against these bike stands and stuff, right? Well, for those in England know that even if you lock your bike to a bike stand, you're probably never going to see it again anyway. I have had 3 bikes stolen in my life, and I only rode for like one school year once. And I never did it again, because they always got stolen, and my parents got really fucking annoyed. But yeah, in Sweden, I went there, and the train station, and there's like, there must have been like 50 bikes outside this train station, and none of them, I seriously, not a single one of them was locked. They were all just freestanding against the poles. And I was just looking at it, just like, wait, what? Why is nobody stealing those bicycles? And then I realised it's like, wait, it's not Sweden being weird, that's just England being shit, right? And it was just like this weird culture shock, and everyone's so nice and everything's lovely. But yeah, Sweden's really nice, really, really nice. I really like it there. You pay with everything by card as well. They don't use cash. Even their buses, you can't use cash on a bus. You have to use card. But it's great for me. It means I don't have to get any cash out or do any. Yeah, the first year I like ran around at the last minute trying to convert some of my money to cash, and then we hardly ever used cash when we were there. So I had loads of money left over. I never used for anything either. It's probably out of date now. They changed money recently. But yeah, Sweden's really nice. I don't have any time to keep saying that. And ESA is really nice, and I'm really looking forward to going. So just thought I'd talk about that as it's coming up. I'll probably talk about it closer to the time as well. But yeah, it's fresh in my mind right now because I just booked like the hotel. Well, I haven't booked the hotel. Other people booked the hotel for me, but I booked my flights and coach trips and stuff like that. So that'll be a great fun. And yeah, I must say thanks to you guys for helping me pay for this. Every other year before that I've gone, I've had to like do this hardcore sellout stream for like a month. Just, you know, torture my soul trying to extract as much money from people as possible. I fucking hate that shit. But yeah, I did that like beforehand to raise enough money to pay for my trip and stuff. Well, now it's a bit different. Now I'm paying for it probably mostly with YouTube ad revenue that I wasn't getting before. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching this series and helping me pay for my holiday. Yeah, that sounds so awful when I say it like that, doesn't it? But yeah, that's what it's like. So yeah, I don't have to take your money directly. I can take it indirectly now. Woo! But yeah, it's nice. So before I was like, you know, I was earning money from like my job and Twitch. And donations and stuff. Well, now it's my job, Twitch, donations and stuff, and YouTube ad revenue as well, which is like, which made life a whole lot easier for me in recent months. I was struggling for money for a while, and now I'm not so much. Anyway, let's not get into this. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching. Sounds like the end of the episode, right? Yeah. Anyway, shall we do some actual commentary of this? What's happening? So here I'm like trying to line up a good photo of this factory thing, which is I think what I need to take a photo of. I haven't actually noticed this thing before. Before it was just another building in the way, but it actually is a pretty nice building there. I think this is where I get confused. Is it this bit? I don't think it's this bit, I think it's later on. Anyway, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so again, I'm like in the main bit of the city, and this is where it gets really tricky. And more helicopters. What the hell? How many? There's like 4 helicopters that have been under the ground so far in this episode. Why does that keep happening? Does anyone have the answer for that? Maybe like, you know, code speedrun people that watch this can tell me what the hell's happening, but it's so weird. Anyway, here's the super save. Happy Shopper. I don't know what it's called. I should probably know, but I can't quite read it, my little preview window. You can probably read the logo when you're watching this on YouTube and say I'm an idiot, but I can't see it in my tiny preview editing window. There's also some armor here that spawns that I didn't pick up, and I should have, because I knew it was there, because I used to pick it up in Snapshot speedruns, right? So strange. Oh yeah, I know this is a blatant cross-promotion, yo, watch my other YouTube videos that every YouTuber does. It's like, hey, did you guys know I made a video about this and stuff? And it's that guy blocks my fucking shot, so I have to take another one. But yeah, anyway, yeah, aside from the, you know, generic YouTuber, hey, go watch my other videos, guys, ooh, bullshit. If you like watching, if you watch this episode, I would encourage you to go watch my Snapshot speedruns after and like compare and contrast the two methods. It's pretty funny. That's what I did. After I recorded this, I went back and watched the Snapshot speedrun, and it's like now that I'm watching that speedrun back, I can actually figure out what I'm taking pictures of. Whereas before, I just memorized a bit of a wall to take a picture of and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty fun. So, hey, maybe I can be all professional and use that little YouTuber eye thing at the top right corner that tells you what video to watch. I'm gonna remember to figure that out, probably, maybe. So yeah, I'd watch the Snapshot speedrun. It's only 20 minutes, you'll enjoy it. It's pretty funny. But yeah, anyway, like I said earlier, I should have picked up the armor at the shopping center because I forget about it and I go all the way over here to pick up armor instead. Like, at this point, this was the furthest I'd ever gotten in my segment recording, so I was being really careful to not die. Just didn't want to throw the segment away and fuck up, right? Yeah, so I'm just being like super careful and picking up armor like way earlier than I should. I think this is when I get confused a little bit. Oh god, my throat's starting to hurt. I shouldn't have done this so early in the morning. God damn it. I gotta get it done. Keep going, keep going. Oh Christ, it's now 8 o'clock. Great, it was 7 when I started this. Yeah, anyway, this is where I get a little bit confused. So I go over here, and I get to the bit, and I'm like, I can figure out what this is. And I'm like, oh, it must be this little tram depot thing. But this is something I already took a photo of and didn't realise. I should have taken this photo from here and not from the back. But yeah, it's like a nice tram depot thing. And then I realised, no wait, it's this thing here. So then I take a picture of this instead. There you go. Just realised the audio is desynced a little tiny bit, but it's fine. I probably shouldn't have said anything. Now everyone's going to notice it. Oh god. So yeah, I got a little bit confused there what I take a photo of. But yeah, I'll figure it out, thankfully. While getting shot at. You can see I've already lost like half my armour, right? If I hadn't picked up that armour, it would have been a different situation. Now this is the bit where I need to take pictures of lots of tall buildings, and it gets pretty hard, so I kind of skimp out on these photos a bit, and don't do a very good job of it. But there was no way I would ever take decent pictures of these. I'd have to line it up so much and go so far away and stuff. So in the end I don't really bother that much. Yeah, here I need to take a picture of these two tall buildings. So I'm like trying to find a decent spot to do it from. So yeah, I'm just going to go over here and take the photo from this spot. Getting off of the road is really beneficial, and the police don't spawn while I'm trying to take the photo. Oh yeah, and there was another thing. The Ramiro is just the right height for me to like climb up it like that. So I can take photos from a little elevated position. Oh yeah, this is when okay, so here I struggle to find the snapshot. So I actually, right here, I Alt-Tab, go on the internet and look at a picture of exactly where the snapshot icon is. I should probably have edited this out, never mind. I'll just keep talking on this pause menu, sod it. Oh, I'm back, there we go. See, I found the picture online, and now I'm like, oh, it's up there you go. Yeah, some of these are like really in stupid positions and like impossible to find. So yeah, the next snapshot, I'm actually right underneath. Did I not see it? I think I didn't see it. Yeah, I guess I Alt-Tab and look on the internet again. Try and find out where it is. Yeah, it looks like this Alt-Tab is a bit longer than normal. Probably should have cut these out, whatever. Yeah, there we go, I'm back. Yeah, so it's like right above me. How do I not see it? There we go. I guess I just think it's like a star in the sky or something. But no, it's right there, floating above me. I'm surprised I didn't see it the first time. So yeah, just drive across the road and get a good line up for it. Unfortunately, the helicopters kind of block me a bit, especially that one with the spotlight. It's like, stop ruining my shot, damn it. So, yeah, I take a fairly nice picture, and then I just take a picture of the icon. Oh, if I can find it. Lower, Josh, lower. There we go. God, this snapshot system. Alright, well, I'm almost done. After 43 of 50. I need to figure out what the next ones are. I think this, when I'm looking at the map, is when I realise that I have missed some, maybe? Yeah, because on my route there was only one more snapshot to take a picture of. And that doesn't make any sense, because they're supposed to be 46, not 44 at the end. So I think after I take this photo I realise that something is horribly wrong. Oh yeah, and this building, I don't really... Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I'm like outside this building, and I'm like, this building doesn't look that good. What does it want me to take a photo of? So again, I Alt-Tab and look on the internet, and then I realise I'm being an idiot, and of course I should know what it wants me to take a photo of. Probably the coolest thing in this town, right? So yeah, for those who don't know, inside this building, yeah, you can go inside it, is Zombie Tech, which is obviously a zombie apocalypse joke company. You just go inside Zombie Tech. There you can just see those signs for a little bit, and inside they have this massive double helix thing. Look at that, isn't that cool? Inside of a building, so impractical. Why would you build a building like that, right? You're like adding 4 extra walls that you have to construct. Yeah, and this pause here is me realizing that I've made a horrible mistake and I missed 2 snapshots in my route. So in my route picture, like I said earlier, there was one snapshot right at the start that I just missed, even though I drew arrows to it. And then there was another snapshot that I just never drew arrows to, right? There's just like one in the city which I never drew arrows to. There's like 4 on the edge of the cities where the bridges are that I didn't draw arrows to because that's the cool thing I'm gonna do, right? But yeah, there was like 1 in the city that I just missed. But yeah, at the time I didn't know what it was, so I'm just like, okay, I'll go back to Los Santos, make a save, then I'll look at the footage, and then I'll figure out which snapshots I missed. So yeah, this is me heading back to Los Santos, and then I'm gonna fly all the way back over here immediately. Should I speed this up? I don't know. Maybe I should. It's literally just me flying there and back. Yeah, I'm gonna speed this up. I'll talk over it though. So yeah, I fly back to Los Santos. In the end, I actually don't look at the footage. Emma is sat behind me watching me record this at the time. She's chilling out on the sofa. And she tells me that I'm an idiot, and instead of looking at the footage, I should just look at the photos. And I was like, oh yeah, right. So instead of watching the whole video back and wasting like 40 minutes, I just flick through the photos and figure out which ones I miss. Oh yeah, so the helicopter almost gets pushed off the edge there, but thankfully it doesn't happen. So yeah, there's the save. There you go. And here's me reloading it, and here's me going all the way back. just to look at some damn photos. So yeah, the ones that I missed was one in the factory area, the industrial area, on the south of San Fierro. And the other one that I missed was the one in like the gay pride area, I think. It's really weird because I took like 6 photos around that area and I just missed that one. It's kind of strange. So yeah, I'm just flying back. It'll stop being sped up once I get on the NRG. I decided to not bother with the Ramiro and I just fly in traditional, like, fly straight to the NRG outside San Fierro and take that sort of thing. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, that's that. It's the joy of let's playing these things and not speedrunning them is that I can make mistakes like this and it's not the end of the world. I can just stop, look at the footage and come back, right? It's so much easier. So yeah, if you ever like playing through this game yourself and you're trying to take all the snapshots, I would recommend having the save picture that you take turned on. And doing what I'm doing and take like a nice photo of it. So if there's any you missed, it's like super easy to figure out which ones you missed, right? Oh, what am I talking about? I could have just used a save file editor to figure out which ones I missed. That would have also worked. Whatever, never mind. But this is easier, so yeah, my advice still stands. Save the photos that you take. It's useful. So yeah, there's those 2 fuel tanky things. Again, I'm taking pictures of tanks, so what the hell? And yeah, the last picture I missed was the one in the gay pride area. So obviously this photo will take me up to the 46 out of 50, and then the last 4 I do in a cool way. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, I try really hard to make my plan for these episodes interesting and not just, oh, let's just go do it and then come back, right? Oh yeah, I knocked over one of the flags, that kind of sucks. Or is it the theatre you're supposed to be taking pictures of instead? Oh crap, I actually don't know. Whatever, never mind. Yeah, I try really hard to make the script, right, the acting, the gameplay interesting. It's like, these episodes are sometimes really challenging to record, but the most challenging part is coming up with the challenge, right? I have to, make up something to do and make it hard to do it, and then do it. Right? So yeah, we're coming towards the end of the master save, so I have respect left to get. God, I can't remember all the stuff to list. I do this like every episode. There was like one thing I forgot to list that other people seem to also forget about, and I haven't picked up all the little information icons yet. So there's like one outside the hospital, one outside the police station, and there's one near Grove Street, I think. There might be more, I'm not certain, but yeah, I need to pick up all those and like watch the tutorial for it and stuff like that. And then I would have done everything after the other stuff. And look how foggy this is, goddamn. Good thing I'm not taking photos, I'm just driving. But yeah, so we're coming to the end of the master save. Shit's hard, yo. So, sorry if these episodes are really, really painfully slow to come out. So, the next few episodes expect to take a really long time, okay? Just pre-warning all of you right now. I know none of you will damn listen to this and keep asking me every half of a week on Twitter for the next episode. But the next few episodes will probably take a long time, okay? Is everybody prepared? I know like 90% of people are supportive and don't annoy me, but there's always that 10% that keep asking me on Twitter and Discord and Twitch chat where the episode is. Like, why don't you just listen to the last episode instead? And I'll talk about it there. So yeah, so I'll try to come up with some interesting things to do, but stuff like having to get 100% progress of Millie or Michelle or whatever her name is, that's going to be so painful. How the hell do I make that interesting? I still haven't come up with a good way of doing it. So yeah, the next 3 episodes might either be really boring or take a really long time to make, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and here's the second NRG jump I mess up this episode. Just drown it, fuck up this jump. And then I try to climb here even though I know full well that I can't make it. But yeah. Yeah, just going back. Almost done with the master save. Well, I lost my train of thought. I keep doing this. What's I saying? Yeah, so yeah, there's a few things left to do. But once we get the end of the master save, once we get past all that, and once we start doing the missions, it is of my hope, right? I am hopeful. I am not saying it will be, but I am hopeful that the episodes will come out quicker once I start the missions, okay? I am hopeful of it. I don't know it 100% will be. I always say, like, you know, I'm going to try and release an episode on time or whatever. Then everyone's like, so where is it? And it's like, well, did you see that word try in the middle, right? I'll stop complaining about my fan base, I'm sorry. I love you guys, really. I'm just a dick. Okay, anyway. That's 46 of the 50 snapshots done. Make a save. That was a really short segment. Just needed to clean up all the stuff I missed. There we go. And you can see, like, look at the time difference. 11th of June and 28th of June. That was a big gap. And here is the next segment. So this is when we do cool things. So I don't quite remember how this goes. I think I just get a taxi. Yeah, here we go. So this bit, surprisingly, only took me about 3 tries to get right. I was really expecting it to take longer, but no, it was easier than I thought, really. I always think about this as being a hard thing to do, but it never is. I'll stop skirting around it, right? I'm like trying to avoid spoilers like 5 minutes before it happens, or 1 minute. I'm going to take the Hydra. So yeah, I'm always scared about taking the Hydra, as I just hop over some people. Check that out, sick. I'm always scared about taking the Hydra in these segments, because I'm always like, oh, what if I get shot down, and oh, what if I lose the Hydra? It's going to be really difficult, because, you know, I have to keep the Hydra, right? I can't lose the Hydra. It took me so much time to get that. But yeah, I actually all these Hydra segments are always easier than I thought, so maybe I should try and use the Hydra more than I do. It just makes stuff like flying around in a Hydra is obviously really easy, and avoiding the other Hydras is really easy because they're stupid. And avoiding the police when I can fly is really easy, so it just makes stuff easier. The only difficult part is getting the Hydra out of the police station. So if you're new to this series and watching from episode 26, which you shouldn't be doing, you're probably wondering how the fucking hell I got a Hydra into this police station. And there's an episode called Hydra. I don't remember what number it is, but it's called Hydra. And you can watch that episode to find out how I got it. Also, I'm pausing here because the Hydra spawns in the ground, and I have to like pause and unpause to get it to pop out of the ground. But yeah, so if you want to know how I got the Hydra, go back and watch that episode. And watch the Snapshot speedrun while you're at it, guys. Right. Don't forget to like, favourite, and subscribe.
Give me a break.
No, I'm not trying to like shill out my YouTube channel. I'm just being serious. Like, if you're honestly confused how I have this Hydra, the episode is where I get it is called Hydra.
You really want this to give me
How many times can Josh say the word Hydra in one episode? But yeah, so here's the Hydra. I'm trying to get it out of the police station. The thing with the Hydra is it really is very, very fragile to collisions. So if people drive into me, it takes a ton of damage. If people shoot it as well, it takes a ton of damage. It's just very fragile in general. So I'm like being really careful, and this arsehole shows up and gets right in my way. But somehow I just managed to squeeze past him. There you go. And on our merry way we go. So you're probably wondering how the hell I'm going to use a Hydra to take some snapshots. Well, it's actually fairly cool. So the 4 snapshots I'm missing are 3 pictures of bridges and 1 picture of a bridge of a ship that's next to a bridge. And there's like they're both like there's 2 groups of 2 and they're kind of near each other. And what they are very near is, you know, surprisingly, the bridge itself. And an interesting property about bridges at this time of the game is that they have barriers that you're not allowed to cross. And those barriers are actually just massive invisible walls that extend high up into the sky. You can probably guess where I'm going with this. So there's a big, massive invisible wall in front of me at the start of this bridge that's supposed to block you from going across the bridge, right? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that invisible wall to my advantage. So I'm shooting rockets. There you go, you can see the invisible wall. So I'm using the rockets to find out where the invisible wall is. See, some rockets went past and some hit it. So there's the top of it. And you'll just see, there you go, there's a little smoke effect, and that shows you where the invisible wall is. So I'm going to land on top of the invisible wall, and I'm going to take some pictures from up here. There you go. Look at that picture. You ever seen a picture that good? How the hell did I take that picture? It's like one of those pictures you take with a drone, right? Or not a drone, fuck, I just said it. The picture you take with a radio-controlled quadcopter, right? So that's pretty cool. So there's those 2 snapshots. And then there's another bridge with another invisible wall on it that I'm going to land on top of. And I'll take a picture of the bridge and the ship. Unfortunately, these 2 pictures aren't quite as good as that one is. I should make that a thumbnail as well. Just that picture I just took. But yeah, so here's this invisible wall in front of me. This one I hadn't practiced as much, so I spend a little bit more time trying to figure out where it is. And the last thing I want to do is like fly right into it, right? Thankfully, that police enforcer kind of hits the invisible wall and it tells me where it is, so I can see where it starts. And I'm slowly trying to figure out where the top of it is. Very nice of Rockstar to add a nice flat top to this invisible wall so we can land on top of it. Really nice. So yeah, this is an interesting thing, right? It's like I could only do this in a master save. If I played too much through the game, I would actually lose these invisible walls. It's weird, right? It's like you progress through the game and you actually lose access to something. So it's nice that I'm using it now. Yeah, I'm like trying to figure out. This one goes really high up for some reason. Like, look how high this is. There it is. So yeah, once the missiles fly past it, you can tell there's the top of it. So nice, carefully, don't fly into it. Just wait for the little smoke effect. There it is. And now I'm on top of it. Wonderful, look at that. That's such a funny picture. Look at that. So I'm like trying to figure out where I can and can't walk. I also try to climb the Hydra, but I can't seem to do it. There might be a way to be able to climb it, but trying to do it while on top of an invisible wall is pretty annoying. So I consider moving the Hydra, but then I just say fuck it and just take a picture from here. So yeah, this picture isn't that great, and obviously 46 is in the way, so Have to carefully move over. There you go. I don't know. It's kind of a nice picture. I like that one as well. And yeah, and there's that bit, and there's this boat as well. I take like an aerial view of. Eventually. There it is. There you go. Hooray! And that is all 50 snapshots done. Hooray! And I accidentally fly into the wall a bit, but never mind. The Hydra's fine. So yeah, that's that. This is actually a significant milestone because right now I am now at 13.37% progress in game, which is the highest percentage you can get before starting the first mission. So we are very close to the end of the master save. I have done all the progress gaining stuff. Now I just need to do all the miscellaneous stuff like picking up icons and getting girlfriends maxed out and maxing stats and stuff like that. I still have the driving stat to do, don't I, as well? I have a lot of stuff I need to do left in the master save, but we're almost there, so yeah. Significant milestone for the series, 13.37%. Which is actually a speedrun category that I do want to do someday, but it would be very hard, because doing like horseshoe speedruns is already hard enough. Doing snapshot speedruns is already hard enough. Doing them all and other stuff, like the NRG challenge and whatnot, in one speedrun would be really hard. You'd also have to get enough driving school to be able to do the stadium events. Oh Christ, that would be really hard actually. But yeah, anyway, that's 13.37%, and then I think I go in here and I like show the stats eventually. So make a save. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, no, right, yeah, I had to put the Hydra away, of course. So yeah, the only reason I land and save there is to get rid of the wanted stars. Also, that red marker in the background that you can see, there's a triathlon, but you can't start it yet because you need to unlock San Fierro. So yeah, don't worry, I haven't missed that. I wanted to do the triathlon, it sounds like a lot of fun, but yeah, you can't do it yet, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the end of this episode, I guess. Thanks a lot for watching, thanks a lot for listening to my various ramblings. I tried to prepare some notes for this, but yeah, I haven't done commentary in a while, so I'm kind of rusty at this. The first episode I ever recorded, I think I did commentary for like two or three times. I recorded over it just to get it right. But yeah, nowadays I just do it all in one take, which is probably pretty bad. The quality of the series is probably going way downhill. I'm gonna run this into the ground so people stop asking me for it. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, anyway, here's our Hydra storing technique. Use pimping to despawn it, which puts it inside the police impound. And yes, every time we go through this, I have to say it, I checked, the Hydra is there and the Hydra is fine, okay? Don't worry about it. You can check for yourselves if you want, because again, all the saves are available to download. Oh yeah, that reminds me, yeah, all the pictures I took in this episode, every single one of them is available to download on the Google Drive. You will have to resize them to 1440 by 1080, so 1440p by 1080p, right, is what you have to resize it to make it 4:3, because otherwise they're stretched. But yeah, if you do that, you'll have all these lovely photos, and I'll make one of them the thumbnail, probably one of the bridge ones. So yeah, that was that. Eventually show the stunt. There you go. All the stunt jumps, well, apart from one that you can't do because it's locked at the start of the game. All those are done. And then eventually, there you go. Tags sprayed, snapshots taken, oysters collected, horseshoes collected. Wonderful. What a beautiful collection. So there we are. That's the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in like 2 weeks or something, probably. Bye!